Hello everyone, it's Sandra and welcome to September favorites. Pretty much the entire month of September has felt like summer temperature-wise. The summer influences are still lingering in terms of my makeup preferences. There have been a few shifts, a couple of new products that have completely stolen my heart. So I'm excited to get into it, get started. Let's start with skincare. There isn't really too much skincare. There's just one new-ish skincare item that I've been really enjoying and that I thought it would be worth mentioning in case you are shopping around for a new eye cream and you hate thick eye creams. This Caudalie eye cream is fantastic. This is the Resveratrol Lift Eye Gel Cream. I love gel cream textures. So hydrating, so refreshing, but it's really lightweight and it doesn't leave a greasy residue under the eyes. I've just been absolutely loving it. It sinks in quickly, it really hydrates, it has helped depuff, and I'm a big fan. This is probably my favorite eye cream that I've tried from Caudalie, and it's up there with some of the best eye creams that I've tried. The texture is just so phenomenal, and I look forward to using it day and night. Can't really speak too much to the long-term lifting effects, but my under eye area has been looking good. It's been feeling good. Makeup applies on top really wonderfully. Haven't had issues with any weird texture or milia or anything like that, so this is great. If you have a very dry under eyes, this might not be for you. This is definitely an eye cream for people that like lighter textures. The texture kind of reminds me of the Bioderma eye cream that was like one of my old school favorites, but this one has more sophisticated ingredients. In terms of base products, mostly been sticking with some tried and true options that you've heard me talk about on my channel so many times. The Fenty Skin Tint, I think this was in my last month's favorites, still going strong. The Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation when I want to look a little bit more polished, when I want a little bit more coverage, and the BK Beauty 101 foundation brush. I cannot stress enough how much I adore this foundation brush. My favorite foundation brush that I own. It's big, it's super soft, I love the shape, and it works really well with a variety of different formulas. The one newer base product that I have incorporated into my routine this month, and I've been really loving it, especially with traveling. I have traveled quite a bit this month, and the size made it really convenient. It's the Westman Atelier powder. This is the Vital Pressed Skincare Powder. I have this in the shade Creme. And this is gorgeous. I am wearing it today. I'm using it to set. It works under my eyes. It works for the rest of my face. It's beautiful. It is the most undetectable, gorgeous powder. It truly looks like skin, but it does set the makeup really nicely at the same time. My only gripe is, of course, the price, the fact that you don't get that much product, and I feel like that would have been remedied a bit if this was a refillable product, because, you know, face powder is something that you do go through more quickly given that it's a complexion product, but yeah, I love it. I love it. It's an excellent powder. I am very hard to please when it comes to powders, and this one has just, has really made me happy, and I can see myself reaching for this a ton, especially in the fall and winter when my skin isn't quite as oily as it is in the summer months. Better suited to people that are more normal, to slightly combination, even dry. If you are very oily, this might not be the right powder for you, but I have been loving it. Moving on to eyeshadows, I have had a moment with more rosy tones this month. The BK Beauty True Beauty palette, I featured this in the last Get Ready With Me video that I did. Just a great palette, and especially these, like these 3 shades and then these 2 shades I've been wearing a ton. I've been enjoying it with the Charlotte Tilbury Mesmerizing Maroon eyeshadow quad when I want to kind of amp up the plummy tones of the look. This is such a beautiful quad. The only downside with this particular quad is that I feel like it's for me personally, and the way that I like to do my makeup, I can't do my makeup just with this quad. I need a lighter matte crease color. So I think together they make such a, like, they complement each other really, really beautifully. This color in particular in the Charlotte Tilbury quad is just so, so gorgeous. Let me just swatch all the colors for you so that you can see the color story. The pigmentation is incredible, and I saw that Charlotte Tilbury will be launching single shadows in these metallic sparkly finishes for holiday season, I believe, which will be exciting to check out. This quad just screams fall to me, and I've been loving it. But like I said, I can't really use it by itself. You know, I usually pair it with like these two colors and the crease or something like that. It's an eyeshadow combo that I see myself reaching for next month as well. Another eyeshadow quad favorite is one of my favorite eyeshadow quads of all time. I've been talking about this for years and I've rediscovered it this month, and it's still a favorite. It is so, so stunning, and I'm pretty sure it's still around. I would hope to the makeup gods that Clé de Peau did not discontinue this gorgeous, gorgeous quad, but this is the Clé de Peau eyeshadow quad in the shade Baby Universe. Weird name, but I'm here for it, you know? It's just the perfect romantic taupey mauve kind of palette. The pigment of these shadows is quite soft. It's super, super user-friendly. I just love it. The textures are incredible. So easy to work with, so easy to blend. This is such a good eyeshadow formula. It's my favorite kind of eyeshadow formula. The kind that is just easy to build in sheer layers. It's not just like wham bam insane pigment right off the bat. It's very user-friendly, and it's intended for sheer buildable layers, essentially. This is just one of the most special items in my makeup collection, and every single time I use it, it makes me feel great. It makes me feel happy, it makes me feel beautiful, it makes me feel sophisticated, and that's all I can ask for from a luxury beauty product, really. My next eyeshadow faves are from Lisa Eldridge. I did end up buying 2 of the Lisa Eldridge liquid Lurex eyeshadows from the most recent color range extension. Had 3 on my wish list, but tried to reel it in, and I ended up just buying 2. I ended up buying the shades Anais and Emily. I adore them. I was kind of waiting for the right colors to come along before I tried the Lisa Eldridge liquid Lurex eyeshadow formula, and I'm glad I waited because these 2 colors are so gorgeous, and this eyeshadow formula is so nice. It's so easy to work with, and it's like if the Giorgio Armani eye tints and the Victoria Beckham lid lusters had this beautiful shiny sparkly baby. That's kind of the best way for me to describe it. The texture is very similar to the texture of the Giorgio Armani eye tints in that they're so easy to work with, and they work well blended with fingers or with an eyeshadow brush. I personally like applying these to the lid with fingers, doing a sheer layer and then maybe adding a second layer if I want more impact. But they are very glittery, but the glitter is very, very small. It's small glitter particles, very tightly packed, that gives you that liquid, wet shine kind of look. It's just a stunning formula, and the fact that it's so user-friendly and so easy to work with, I've just been reaching for them constantly. So we have here the shade Emily, which is a really, really pretty taupey type of shade. I don't have any exact dupes, but on my Instagram stories, I had done some comparison swatches, and I will put the swatches on the screen in case you don't follow me on Instagram. But the shade Anais, which is right here, is definitely the more unique of the 2. This has like the most beautiful sage undertone. It's like a smoky sage. For me, these are not one and done eyeshadows because I personally don't like glitter all over my eyelid. I kind of like to have a matte color sculpting the crease, especially now as I get older. I tend to steer away from having glitter all over, but as like an eyeshadow topper or just something, even if I'm just throwing some bronzer in the crease and then just throwing one of these eyeshadows on my eyelid, it looks so beautiful and it's so easy. In 2 seconds, they just blend themselves out. Working in sheer layers and just dabbing them on with the finger is my favorite method of application. In terms of longevity, they crease a little bit, but it stays a little bit mobile. So if you do get some creasing after about 4 to 5 hours, you can easily just kind of go over the crease with your finger and smooth it out, and your eyeshadow looks good again. The creasing is something that is really, really easy for me to kind of work around, and it doesn't bother me. In terms of how flattering it is on my eyelids with my eyelid texture, I find them to be very, very flattering. The shimmer, because the glitter particles are so small and the shimmer and the metallicness is very refined, you can get a flattering application as long as you apply the product sparingly and you just very, very gently apply it strategically on your eyelid. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to use the shade Emily because I feel like this works with the colors that I have on the best. And I'm just applying like a tiny dot. It layers beautifully with powder eyeshadows, both on top or underneath. They are buildable, and obviously depends on your eye shape. Some eye shapes can handle more generous glitter applications. And then if you feel like you need dimension back in the crease, you can really easily add eyeshadow on top. The closest similar thing I had to these from my collection was the Giorgio Armani Ice to Kill Stellar in shade number 2, which I believe is called Halo. That one is close to the shade Emily, but they're not exactly the same, but similar. Here's a closer swatch. This is Lisa Eldridge Emily, and then this is the Giorgio Armani Ice to Kill Stellar in the shade Halo. As you can see, they're not twins, but they kind of achieve the same thing on the lid. You can see how much more of a metallic glittery punch the Lisa Eldridge product contains. All right, home stretch here. Let's talk eyelashes. The new Tower 28 mascara has become my go-to daily mascara, and it's one of my favorite mascaras that I've ever tried. The more I use it, the more I appreciate it. Especially loved having this with me for travel because it is so easy to remove. Just with warm water, I didn't need to pack a separate eye makeup remover, and it still held my curl beautifully, and it hasn't smudged at all. It's just so good. It's the perfect everyday mascara if you like length, lift, and separation. It's not the most volumizing formula, so if you are a volume girly, then this is not the mascara for you. But if you liked Hourglass Unlocked, Glossier Lash Slick, Lancome Lashy Doll, Ilia Limitless Mascara, if you liked any of those, you will really like this. It's not quite as dramatic of a lengthening and lifting result that I get from the Swede Lash Lift Mascara. That's another one of my favorite mascaras. That one has become more of like my evening mascara, but that one is kind of hard to find. This is easier for me to get. It's at Sephora, it's 20 bucks. And that's why, just because it's a little bit more accessible, I like it a little bit more. I also can't talk about mascara without also giving a shout out to the lash serum that has also transformed my lashes. This is the NYK1 Lash Force Eyelash Growth Serum. So good. Ever since I started using this, my lashes have grown, and because my lashes are longer, they hold a curl so much better. So I haven't needed to use my heavy duty curling lash primers anymore because my eyelashes have been able to stay curled. And with these new mascaras that I've been discovering, it's been a dream. So big, big, big shout out to this lash serum. That's it for eye stuff. The next category of favorites is lip products, and I will start with a new Chantecaille lip cheek that has absolutely stolen my heart. And it's from their current fall limited edition collection, and it's called Prairie Smoke. You know how much I love the Chantecaille lip cheek in the shade Honeysuckle. This was from, I think it was from their limited edition fall collection last year. If you liked Honeysuckle, you will really like Prairie Smoke. They're not the same, but they are similar. They give a similar vibe. Prairie Smoke is a little bit more cool toned, a little bit less bright, just as delightful to use. I did some lip swatches, which you will see now on the screen. The Chantecaille lip cheeks are some of my favorite lip formulas, especially for every day. They have a little bit of shine, they feel super comfortable. They're sheer, but they're buildable, and they're just a joy to use and to reapply throughout the day. They have a soft, subtle vanilla scent. And here is another side-by-side swatch of the two shades. This is Honeysuckle. So you see Honeysuckle is just a bit brighter, and then this is Prairie Smoke, which is less bright, a bit more cool toned. Perfect for fall winter. A really nice My Lips But Better type of color. Do you need both in your life? Absolutely not. I'm sure if you pair honeysuckle with a more mauvey lip liner, you can kind of achieve the same look. But if you are a lip chic fan like I am, and you reach for these often, then consider the purchase justified. Next up is a lip combination that has been in my collection for a long time, but I was rarely reaching for it. I mean, I had it because it's such an iconic color combination, but yeah, haven't been reaching for it. But something happened in the month of September. It's like a coin dropped and I've been reaching for it nonstop and I love it. And it's Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. It's the lipstick and the lip liner, probably because I've been getting more into the rosy tones on my eyes. And the pink and Pillow Talk just complements that type of eye look really beautifully. So I've just been reaching for this lip combo nonstop. I love it. It's so easy. It's so pretty, soft, matte, comfortable. Love it. So I'm sure most of you have tried this by now. I've just been loving it. And if you also have it and you haven't been reaching for it lately, bust it out, pair it with a nice little smoky mauve on the eyes, some rose gold. Another lip combination that I've been loving is the Jouer lip liner in the shade Fawn. This is so gorgeous. I'm like running through, I'm almost out of it. I've been reaching for this a lot. I love how creamy this lip liner is. It's really, really long wearing, but it's comfortable, easy to blend. It's a great lip liner if you like to fill in your entire lip with it. And then I've been pairing it with the Victoria Beckham Posh Gloss in the shade Picante on top. And look at this. I'm like halfway through this lip gloss. And it's funny because when I first bought this lip gloss, I was disappointed by it. It just wasn't what I was expecting it to be. I bought it, you know, right when it launched. It was kind of in the beginning of summer. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be a sheer, juicy coral for summer. It's called Picante. And then it came into the mail and I put it on and it was like a milky nude peach. So it just wasn't what I was expecting. And I can't wear this by itself. But when combined with a sculpting brown lip liner, similar to the Jouer Fawn or the Victoria Beckham No. 2 lip liner, the gloss formula is really nice. It's really comfortable. It's not sticky. It's that perfect thickness. It's just enough to feel plush and to have a presence on the lips, but it's not gloopy. This is actually the lip combination that I had on earlier in the video before I changed into the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. But you see here, it's just such a good nude peach. I can't wear it by itself. If I put this on my lips by itself, it's a bit too, it washes me out. But with the right product underneath, I've just been loving it, and I'm just happy that I found a way to make this work for me. And that is about it. Those are all the beauty products that I have been loving for the month of September. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite products of September have been. We can talk all about them in the comment section below. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.